Hello, my gorgeous ones. This is Dr. V. Welcome to a new reading. And if you are new to this channel, I want to tell you how happy I am that you're here. Welcome to this incredible family where we are all supporting each other on our journey to love. There are no labels here. The only thing that matters is the connection that you feel with the person that you love. So make sure that you take the messages as they resonate for you and use the terms divine masculine and divine feminine as they work for your situation, because there is no right or wrong answer here. Also, make sure that you stay with me until the end of each reading, because if you have clicked on this reading, that means that you were guided to it by spirit, and there are messages here that you need to be present to, so that you really can not only unite or reunite with the person that you love, but also live your best life. So let's get started. Okay, dear Spirit, can you please tell us what is the connective energy between the divine masculine and the divine feminine at this time? What is the energy of their connection? What is the energy between the divine masculine and the divine feminine coming into this reading right now? Okay, this is really fascinating. We are going to start right here with this card being the overall energy and theme of this connection between the divine masculine and the divine feminine. This is really lovely. House of Flowers. So what I'm feeling here is that there is a desire that is deeply embedded in the spirits of both the masculine and the feminine. And what I'm feeling is that this is a desire to build a home together. And when I mean home, I don't mean just like the brick and mortar, right? Like the four walls of a house that you see here. And I love the way this has been depicted, because I think this shows that very concept, right? That home is not just the house in itself, but it's how you feel in that relationship, right? It's the beauty of what's inside the home and what it represents to you. When you build this home together, it's really about the merging of your hearts, the merging of your souls, as well as the merging of that feeling of absolute acceptance, right? Like, I cannot tell you what it is to the human spirit, right? You know this, I know this, we all feel this. We want to feel completely accepted, right? 100% accepted as we are by the person that we love. Is that or is that not true? I want you to write actually in the comment box below what you think of that, because I know that one of the most important parts of divine love, of this divine connection that you are feeling right now, whether it's twin flame, whether it's soulmate, really doesn't matter what you call it, the sacred union that you have, the real foundation of that home, the foundation of that union is about loving each other unconditionally and accepting each other for exactly who you are, without trying to change the other person and without judging. And I know we all have our moments, right? There's always going to be issues where, we come up against each other because of our egos, right? Absolutely. We all have ego. We all have our own perceptions of reality, of our feelings, of the situation, of obstacles and challenges that come up on this journey. We all have our egos. But I think what Spirit is trying to say here is that part of the connective energy between the masculine and the feminine right now is this desire to surpass the limitations of these levels, right? Like there is a higher level than this, right? If you are right now stuck in your ego because you or your masculine or your feminine are feeling a little prideful right now, you are, you have your guard up. You don't want to let your guard down. You're feeling maybe some jealousy or some sort of issues revolving your own self-respect. There have maybe been things that have gone on that have contributed to that. It's natural. But I think it's so important to come back to this idea of non-judgment. And that is definitely not a one-way street. See, this is why I feel that part of your connective energy here is this 6 of coins or pentacles, which is really about balancing out the energies of giving and taking, right? So you want to be in this energy of building this home together, this security, this acceptance that is really based on reciprocity, where everybody is giving and receiving equally. No one feels left out. No one feels like all I'm doing is giving and I'm not getting anything in return. Right? And you should also not be on the other side where you feel like you're just getting, and you're deep down inside that you aren't giving, but you're still letting it happen, right? So this is something you have to be conscious about, because if you give too much without receiving, if you take too much without giving, then this home is not going to be built. It's not going to be built on a solid foundation. It's going to be topsy-turvy, right? Because there is no reciprocity. There's no equality in this vibration. So that's very important. Now let's see what else is going on in this connective energy. Wow. 10 of Pentacles. Amazing. This is so incredible. Look at this. This is exactly the same card as far as I'm concerned, as in the spirit of the card is the same. 10 of Pentacles is literally having it all with the person that you love. Look at this. Isn't this so beautiful? This is part of your connective energy right now with your masculine and your feminine. Oh my God. You guys want to build this home. 10 of Pentacles. I love this card because it's all about building something real, something solid on an equal footing. Look at this. Look at the beauty of this combination. Wow. This is the way you want to build your life. This is what everyone needs to aspire to, right? Equal give and take, equal beautiful relationship, building up of a legacy. This card has it all. It has children, family, home, the doggies, the kitties, and even your own family, your parents, right? Like generations of people who are building these solid and beautiful relationships and literally living happily ever after. Oh my gosh, love this. Oh, love this. And see, here's another beautiful part of your connective energy. Oh my God, you guys are on fire here. You guys are on fire. This is amazing. Look at this. Empress and creativity, okay? Both of you want to step into the creation. Look at this. Again, another card that supports the creation of this beautiful house of flowers, this beautiful home and life that you want to build together. The Empress is such a beautiful energy to be in because it really is all about fertility, right? Building that home, building that family. Oh my gosh, look at this. Incredible, along with that 10 of Pentacles, right? And the creativity and the magic that comes from feeling that sense of ease, that flow, that beautiful connection, the way that you love and accept each other. And I'm also feeling, wow, there's something here for many of you masculines and feminines that as you come together in this union, you may get pregnant. You may be adding to your family. So this may not resonate for everybody, but for some of you, there is definitely the potential of building this beautiful family of having children together. Oh my gosh, I love it. Look at this creation. The creation of your legacy, the creation of the next generation. And then look at this. What a beautiful last message to have here about your connective energy. You both are really positive and peaceful. I love this. Cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. In quiet, meditative moments, focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. Wow. So all of this, what an incredible opening message. Thank you, Spirit. You guys are in the flow. You guys are doing amazing. Love this. Love it. Okay, so then Spirit, could you tell us what ways can the masculine and feminine be even better? Like, how can they even better understand each other? How can the masculine and feminine better understand each other as they build this connection and this home together? Okay, this is a really important question because I know that, there's always going to be those conflicts, right? Disagreements, different perspectives, these things are going to come up. So that is why I'm asking this question. And I want Spirit to tell us, what can we do to better understand each other as our life partners, as our, counterparts in this journey? What can we do to increase that understanding so that when challenges do come, we can really sort them out fast, right? We can really get over them quickly and just recover from that, right? Because oftentimes what happens, what I've noticed, and I see this a lot, again, with the messages that I get in this community and the ways in which people are sharing their stories, is that you guys may be doing very well for a particular period of time, but then boom, something happens, something goes off, and it sends you into some sort of a separation. And I just mean by separation, like maybe you guys are just angry, so no one's talking. It might go on for some weeks, sometimes even longer if it's a bigger issue. So that's why I'm asking this question. How can we better understand so that we can fix these issues fast and not be in longer periods of separation? Because it's so painful, right? Who wants to go through that? No one. So how can the masculine and feminine better understand each other's spirit? Okay, so look at this. Another beautiful card for the overall energy of this question, right? So look at this, my dear friend. So I love this because I think what Spirit is trying to say here is that one of the things that you want to and need to keep in mind as you move forward in your journey together is that you have to be friends first, right? You have to cultivate the deeper aspects of your friendship. And I feel like that is so perfectly aligned with what we were saying before about that non-judgment, that acceptance, right? Wanting to feel that we are fully accepted as we are. And that we can accept them as they are, right? So this is really beautiful. So this is the first message, I think, from Spirit, which is saying, let's focus on the friendship. You have to continue to build that up because that is what lays the foundation for the love, right? So beautiful. Okay, let's see what else does Spirit have to say about how we can better understand each other. Four of Swords. Okay, so I like this because I think this is really important. And what I believe Spirit is trying to say here is that you have to allow each other a time out from time to time. Four of Swords is really about taking time for yourself and taking time out so that you can renew and refresh your own energy. And that is so important, right? We all need that. I mean, look at the hustle and bustle of the modern world. I mean, which one of us has any free time anymore, right? We're so busy with our careers, our responsibilities, family, friends, our divine masculine and feminine. I mean, there's so many balls that we are juggling. And of course, we're going to get very exhausted from that. And you know what? It may sound very simplistic to say, but it is so true. So many of these more negative interactions that we can have with our masculine and or feminine, in terms of like little spats, little fights, little disagreements, like things that make us cranky, it's literally because we are very tired. And when we get physically and emotionally tired, we don't have the same amount of tolerance or patience. And who do we snap at? Usually the people who are the closest to us, right? So we get cranky and we lash out, and then that can turn into something that is more escalating and become a bigger fight. So I think this is something that's such practical advice from Spirit about really giving yourself and your beloved time to rest, time to introspect, time to take a time out so that they can not be exhausted. And so that doesn't lead you to more negative interactions. Definitely give each other timeouts. Look at this, 7 of Cups and the Hanged Man. Okay, so what I feel from here is another thing about how to understand each other better as you move forward is to be a little bit patient with the fact that sometimes human beings are fickle. Sometimes we as human beings just are fickle, as in sometimes we can't make up our minds. Sometimes we're confused. Sometimes we don't communicate as well as we'd like to. Sometimes we give mixed signals because we can't decide. So I feel like this Hanged Man's energy with the 7 of Cups is really about that, right? 7 of Cups is just like having too many options and being confused as to what to choose, as to what your next step should be. And of course, when we are in that energy, or our partner is in that energy, and we find that they just keep changing their minds, they're either coming and going, just not consistent, that can be very, very disconcerting, right? That can be very upsetting. And oftentimes it also leads into this Hanged Man's energy where we're kind of just hanging there, like we're kind of stuck in the mud. Sometimes we become couch potatoes, as in we're kind of like a bump on a log, a little bit lazy, right? And I think that has to do, going back, I think it has to do with levels of exhaustion and levels of how busy people are and how many different responsibilities we have in the world. And so I think what Spirit is trying to say is that yes, there will be times when your beloved and you are indecisive, stuck, not moving forward, where you feel like you're just not making any progress. And so if this connection is important to you, if this is the person you definitely want to be with, then you're going to have to figure out how to be more patient with that. Both the feminine and the masculine. Okay, this is not a one-sided deal here. This is for both of you. Be more patient when your partner is kind of hanging in the air there. And see, this is so lovely too. Another way that we can better understand each other is through balance and communication. I love this. Intuitive communication and balance. See, yin and yang, darkness and light. Stay centered in your higher self. So obviously you want to have some very open, clear, and honest communication going on always between the two of you, right? You don't want to keep secrets. You don't want to hide things, but you also want to be intuitive about being open to the energy. See, one of the things I have realized in my own life, and let me see if this resonates with you, is that sometimes what happens is that the outcome of a particular conversation can be very different based on the timing. You know how sometimes something is bothering us and we just have to get it off our chest. We have to talk to our beloved about it. We have to talk to our feminine or masculine about it, but we don't choose the right time because we're impatient, right? And so we bring it up at the wrong time when they are not open to it, right? Either they are just distracted, or they're thinking about something else, or they're, this just isn't the right time. And so what happens is that they don't respond to us in the way that we want or we like, or in a positive way, and that leads to other problems. Whereas if you would seek some intuition before your communication, feel out when is the right time to bring up something, so that you can have a very positive discussion, because your beloved is in a state where they're more open, where they're more available. It's the right time for them to sit and talk about this. That is something that is going to help you so much in understanding each other. And it may even just change the complete trajectory of arguments or misunderstandings in your relationship. Wow, that one is very powerful. Thank you, Spirit, for that one. And then, of course, I love this. Surrender to miracles. Know that miracles happen in love connections, right? Energies change all the time. Circumstances change all the time. As you begin to open up to each other, create the space for miraculous transformation, miraculous and beautiful communication and partnership. Always be open to all of those positive changes, and always observe. I love this as the last message from Spirit on how we can better understand each other as masculines and feminines. I love this. Always try to be the observer first. Try not to react quickly. So when things go wrong or things are bothering you, try to step back and observe yourself first. Let the thoughts come, let the emotions come, that's fine, but don't act too quickly. I think this also goes back to what this message was about. Be intuitive about when is the right time to speak, when is the right time to be silent, when is the right time to observe, and when is the right time to actually step in and get involved. Wow, thank you, Spirit. This is so useful to me. I hope that this is useful to you too, because wow, these are extremely specific and insightful ways for all of us to improve our connections with our divine masculine and divine feminine. I just love it. Okay, so let's pause here. I'm going to give you your affirmation of the day, which is something that I am trying to live every day. And I feel that when you live this way, you will feel a significant difference in everything that you do and in all the relationships you have. And that is by activating joy on a daily basis. So today's affirmation is, I choose joy every day. I live in joy every single day. Make sure you write that in the comment box below and really put it into your daily vibration, because hey, look, I figure we are here whether we like it or not, right? We are here on this earth. We have to go through each day. So we have a choice. Either you can choose to be negative and down and let things and other people and situations get you down, or you can say, you know what, if I have to be here anyway, then why not live each day in joy? Why not try to find joy, peace, satisfaction, and happiness in every little thing I see every single day? Why not try to find that? Because the more you do that, the more you're going to raise your vibration, and you are going to automatically attract much better people, situations, and all of the things in life that are going to help you to push forward. Okay, so love that, love that. I hope that you can live in joy today and every day. So let's get on to our next question for Spirit, which is, what would the masculine say to his feminine from his deepest heart right now, if he could, from his deepest soul? What are some messages that the masculine has for his feminine? Okay, so what I'm feeling here, that these messages are for those of you, for those of you who have been struggling in this connection. So let's see what the masculine has been working through here. I can never find the right words to say to you. This is so interesting because, see, this has everything to do with communication, right? This is where we were going with this entire reading. Like, how can we better understand each other? How can we better communicate? And so, see, your masculine definitely struggles with finding the right way to communicate his thoughts and feelings to you. So that might be something for you to think about, and maybe something that you could work on together. It hurts to see online that you've moved on with your life. Okay, so I feel that this is for those of you who are in that observational mode right now. You may be in some sort of a separation with little to no contact, and you may be kind of in your corners right now because things have gone on, right? So definitely this is for those of you who are in that observation mode. Know this though, if you feel that he or she has stepped away, they have not. They are watching, they are observing you, and they are feeling it, right? They're feeling it. If you are moving on without them, if you are on social media, and they're seeing that, then it is definitely affecting them. So this is a message for you. If you think that they've been cold and they don't care, that is not true. I keep up a facade to the world, but you always saw past that into my soul. Wow. Wow. Okay, so this is a really beautiful message about how much you both truly do understand each other, that you're both able to look beyond the surface, that you both have a very deep connection intuitively, and you understand each other in ways that other people just don't. Okay, this is really, really beautiful. So you may have a masculine or a feminine that kind of puts up a front socially, right? Like, you know, because they just are more of a private person. They don't let everybody just get to know them, but you really see through that. You know them deeply, and they appreciate that about you. They appreciate that they can let their guard down with you, and that you do understand and accept them. Don't lose hope for us. We can work it out. How beautiful is this? Okay, so definitely for those of you who are struggling right now, either, you know, struggling through a relationship or in some sort of separation, definitely there is hope. Your masculine, your feminine wants to work this out. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. Very, very good. Okay, so today I've been feeling called to do some charms for you guys because we haven't done those in a long time. So for those of you who are new to this, you know, all of my readings are timeless, right? So make sure that you go to the channel and really focus in on your own intuition. Maybe close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and definitely watch the readings that you are guided to. Many of them do have charm casting. And so if you're new to that, then what I do from time to time, whenever I feel called by spirit, is to utilize these charms to give some additional messages from spirit. So that is what we're going to be doing. And oh, before I start, I do want to let you all know this is a general reading. I have to remind you guys of that. If you'd like to have specific guidance for what's going on in your connection, then that's what a personal reading is for. And the link to that is in the description box below. I have added some new offerings there. There's a lot of different options for you to choose from. So make sure you check that out. Okay, so our last question here is Spirit. Can you please tell us what are the possible future energies of this connection and some advice from you, okay? Just in the next 7 days, where is this connection going? Oh, this is what is coming through from spirit here. So in terms of what is the possible future energy just in the next 7 days of this connection. I think what Spirit is trying to warn you of here is, see, you got this. This is a little bit scary right here, this knife and this gun. But I think what they're trying to say is that you want to be careful about not triggering each other right now. Be very peaceful in your communication. Try not to get into any arguments or any ego-based issues right now. It's better for you to avoid that. If you're more vigilant, if you are more intuitive and more in connection with them, with source energy, then you'll be able to stay away from this negativity, because that's what we want to do. We want to stay away from that negativity, because if you're able to do that, then you have a tremendous amount of beautiful energy here. Look at all these beautiful cards. Look at all these beautiful charms. Family, fearless, imagine, wonderland, protected, and beautiful. So you have all of these incredibly positive themes here. You're definitely fearless with each other. There is so much potential. Your union is protected. It's beautiful. There's good times with family involved here. Because this is the winter season coming up, there may even be some travel here. We're getting the airplane and the boat, so there may be some traveling involved that you two either do together, or you may be traveling to see each other. And definitely look at this. I love this candlestick because I feel that it is the counterweight to these two. That if you can avoid these negative energies, then there is going to be so much light coming into this connection and so much growth. Look at this tree. This connection is going to bloom in this light. It's going to grow in the energy and the beauty of this excellent kind of like really loving vibrations here. You also have the angel here. So I feel like that's part of this protection. Okay. This connection is protected by Spirit. I love the pineapple. And this is also another, oh, rain. This is so interesting. This is so interesting because we have in this, actually this coming weekend, rain in the forecast. And that is always a lovely moment or vibration where you guys have time to really cuddle, to come together. There's a lot of romance involved in that. So wherever you are, if it's raining, make sure you take that chance to be very intimate, right? To really have some romance, put on some music. Look at this. There's some music involved. You both may be loving music. This is another way that you can bond. Okay. So that is the energy of the next 7 days for you, divine masculine and divine feminine. So I hope that you enjoyed this reading. And of course, to have a personal reading with me, the link is in the box below, as well as the link to these 3 oracle decks that I've created just for you who is on this journey to love. And of course, make sure that you watch the videos on the channel that you feel intuitively guided to. There's going to be 2 of them that are popping up right now. If you feel a connection to either of them, make sure you click on them and watch them. And if not, you can always go to the channel page and pick a video for you. Okay, so you know how much I love you, you know how much I believe in you, and I will see you all on the next video.